I once had a mentor who told me that when he goes for runs, training for a marathon, it teaches him the stories that he's going to tell to himself, the excuses that he's going to tell to himself. They're going to hold him back from being as successful as he wants to be in business. And I resonated with that a lot in older age when I reflected on it. But when he first told me that, I didn't resonate with it at all. I was like, man, because this is 5, maybe 6 years ago. I was 24, 25, I'm 30, about to be 31 right now. And I resonate with it more now as a dad, as an older man, still young. And by the way, if you're watching this and you're 45, you're still young. 55, you're still young. 60, you're still young. There's people in their 60s who are in better shape than most people in their 20s. Never tell yourself you're too old to be in shape or achieve your goals. But especially at 24, 25, that's not just young, that's really young. And when he told me this, and he was 30, 31, so he was my age at that time, I didn't resonate with it at all. I said, hey, pain, I don't want pain. I want comfort. I want to feel good. I want to get to a point finally in my life where my life is easy, because right now it's hard and I don't like it. And that's the funny thing, was at that time, he always used to make fun of me for being soft, and I hated it because deep down I knew he was right. I think anybody who is afraid of pain in life is soft and needs to become harder. And I speak to myself first, because I'm not trying to tell you that, oh, look at me, I'm 30, almost 31 now, I'm so hard. I'm not hard at all. I'm still a lot softer than I would like to be. There's a next level that I would like to get to, but now instead of being overwhelmed and upset when I face the challenges of life, I feel an extra sense of gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving me these challenges to make me better and stronger. And I finally understand the hadith that when Allah was good for someone, he afflicts them with trials. And you guys, if you watch my channel, have heard me use this analogy in many of my videos, which is that if you want a muscle to get stronger, if you want to get bigger biceps and you want stronger biceps, you want stronger legs, are you just never going to train those muscles? Are you never going to put them through any adversity, burn, hardship, pain, struggle, challenge, anything? You're never going to push them? No, you're going to push them to their limit without injuring them, and put them through as much burn as they can handle before they're about to give out and the muscle's going to break down. That's how the physiology of this works. But it's not going to get injured. It's just going to break down, and then you're going to give it the right nutrition. It's going to super compensate. It's going to come back stronger, bigger, better, and ready to conquer an even bigger challenge. So if you as a human being are smart enough and wise enough to know that this is the best way to train your muscles to become stronger, the muscles that you love the most, you give them the most training, Allah in his infinite wisdom, if he loves you, which he does, and he wants you to get stronger and better and wants what's best for you, which he does, then guess what? Allah is going to put you through some trials. And it's easy for me to say that if I'm not going through what you're going through right now, but you're also not going through what I'm going through right now. All of us are always going through challenges. Why? Because Allah loves us and wants us to get stronger. So, I usually prefer to talk about my problems after I've solved them, but right now I'm dealing with a problem, which is the fact that, alhamdulillah, I've been in business since 2018, right? I became a trainer. I became certified in 2015. Started working at a gym in 2016 after doing some internships. Started my own business in 2018. And 2022, alhamdulillah, was the first year where my business was actually successful, where I actually had a significant tax bill. But at that time, I was able to write off a lot to where my taxes were not that bad. But this year, so it's 2025 right now, and my 2024 taxes, I have a very big bill, right? And that is really stressful. And we're Muslims, so we can't do the payment plan because that has riba on it. And I, usually delay my taxes till the end of the year, which is not a good mindset. It's a procrastinator's mindset. See, I may not procrastinate in some areas, but I do in others, aka taxes, right? We often procrastinate on the areas where we have the least competence and the most fear. And I'm definitely afraid of taxes. But unfortunately, I put it off a bit, and now I'm in a tight situation where I got to work extra hard. I got to kind of ruin my work-life balance, but I'm also in the middle of documenting my series to getting down to 7% body fat shredded. So life is not easy right now, but ironically, I feel like you can make it look easy when you have the right mindset. And it's crazy because I've been through challenges similar to this before in other areas of my life that my mindset was not this positive, but Allah, through my past trials, built my mindset to be more powerful and positive and all that stuff, so that when this challenge came, I was ready for it. You see, the challenges you're facing right now are not the biggest challenges that you're ever going to face in your life. You're going to face bigger challenges, and I'm going to face bigger challenges than this big tax bill that I'm dealing with right now. And, let's say you're obese right now, and that's your biggest problem is you know how to solve it, or maybe you're already at 15 to 18% body fat. Everybody else thinks you're fit, but you know that you got a little bit of chub on your belly that you're trying to lose. That is a big problem. I'm not trying to minimize your problem, but there are also people who have no money, who live overseas, who are eating rocks and grass and getting destroyed by oppressive superpowers that the entire world is backing right now, that are so powerful that you can't even name them, or they literally destroy your platform and all the people that you're helping on your social media. So, you know, our problems are really nothing compared to others in this life that are going through greater fitna. But guess what? Allah is giving those people a blessing. As much as I'm not trying to sit here and say that I wish I could trade places with them, I have heard, and somebody can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, that there's, I believe, an authentic hadith that on the day of judgment, the people who didn't go through that many trials are going to see the people who did go through a lot of trials and wish that they were them. So double check that, because I am not a sheikh or a scholar, I'm just a fitness expert. But alhamdulillah, business went well the last few years, and I was able to write a good amount of stuff off. I mean, I always had big tax bills. Actually, even last year, 2023 and 2024, I had to pay a big tax bill. But 2024, this one, now that I'm in 2025, paying that 2024 bill is quite big. But I'm not going to let it distract me. I'm not going to let it make me negative. I'm not going to let it make me doubt Allah's plan, any of these things, because shaitan tries to double down on you when you're going through something. Because your nafs is naturally going to have some negative thoughts, and shaitan's going to see that and say, here's my opportunity to mess up this guy's deen and pull him away from Allah. And shaitan said that he's going to do that, right? Allah warned us that shaitan said he's going to do that. So don't let shaitan mess you up and make you forget about all these blessings. Like, you know, look at this beautiful world that we live in. There's people walking around. I try not to get people on my videos, so I'm not going to show you. But you guys saw at the beginning of this video, I was trying to show you when there's no people, how beautiful the setting is. And you know what? It was like raining and cloudy earlier this week, so it's not like it's always beautiful, but rain or shine, you still got to show up and do what you got to do. So I don't care if you live in the UK and it's raining 364 days a year and you only get one day of sunshine. I don't care if you're in Chicago and the whole winter you got to hibernate like a bear, but still be on your grind. I don't care if you live in California like me and life is sunny and rainbows. And I don't care if you live in UAE and it's hot and humid, but you're still getting up, getting after it, like my client who's still gonna hit his, 15K plus steps today, even though his gym where he gets to do his air-conditioned cardio shut down, he's still out there doing his step count, setting the standard for the rest of us who are 12 hours behind him in our time zone. There's people out there who are crushing it every single day, and there are people who are focusing on their blessings and what they're grateful for and not what they're ungrateful for. So as you and I face the problems that you and I face today, the key is that we have to stay grateful and we have to focus on the blessings that Allah gave us. And if we look at the example of those who are being oppressed overseas, they're still grateful. They're still grateful for Allah and the blessings and the small blessings that they have. And that's why you'll see some people who are posting from there. Like there's this one guy who posts gym content from there, and he's working out. He's doing, his house got destroyed, so he's doing like pull-ups on the door frame. He isn't even able to get proper protein, meat. Sometimes he gets fish, but sometimes just eating beans and rice, still making gains. Now, I would not recommend eating beans and rice if you're trying to get shredded, but he's making do with what he has. And then that's the funny thing, is that we got to reflect back to ourselves. What a luxury that we have the opportunity to choose the food we want to eat. Yet people are complaining, I have to eat chicken breast, I want to eat chicken thighs. I can't put a bunch of oil and sugar on my food for the marinade. I have to limit my fats and sugars if I want to get shredded. Woe is me. Why is life so hard? Why is fitness so hard? It isn't that hard. When you follow my recipes, it still tastes really good without all that sugar and fat. And actually, it's funny because none of my clients complain about that. Like, all my clients love the recipes, but a lot of you who have not become that action taker yet, who have actually become a client, are making excuses and crying about it. So don't be somebody who sits around making excuses and crying, because I used to be that guy, and I'm telling you right now, it's not a winning recipe. And nothing changed for me until I shifted my mindset around these things. It's a very poor thinking pattern and decision-making pattern to allow yourself to get negative about things that you do or don't have control over. I mean, look, you have control over what actions you're going to take every day. So take the right actions every day and leave the rest in the hands of Allah, and trust the time frame that Allah has decreed for you for when He's going to give you the relief and the results. And have full faith in it. Just like how we see the example of our brothers and sisters who are being oppressed overseas in various countries, but especially one particular country that we all know that, like I said, unfortunately, these evil people who are oppressing them will literally destroy your entire platform if you speak out against them. So we got to do what we can. And I know there are some of you who are still making excuses. You still have stories and doubts in your mind. You're still going to find something negative about this. You might drop a hate comment, whatever, it's fine. But what I want is that maybe there's 1 or 2 people watching this video, maybe there's 100, maybe there's 5, but however many of you who are real action takers, who are humble enough to receive the message in your heart instead of being arrogant and coming up with excuses, I want you to know that you're not the only one who's going through some challenges in life, but our challenges are nothing compared to our brothers and sisters who are really struggling right now. So don't give up, don't stop, keep taking action. And taking it back to the quote that I heard from my mentor today, I was training legs in the morning and I felt the same way, where like obviously there's a bunch of stories that come to my mind. Oh, I can skip legs, my legs are already big enough, whatever. But I know that training legs drives superior fat loss. It's the best muscle to train if you want to lose fat efficiently and optimize your metabolism, testosterone, and insulin sensitivity. So I hit my leg workout and I feel great afterwards. I feel accomplished and I entered a flow state I would not have otherwise entered if I had played around my comfort zone. So when you conquer your challenges, you get into a peak mental state of positivity that gives you greater power by the permission of Allah to overcome the other difficulties that you're going to face in life. So I want to share that with you guys today. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Boost this. If you benefited from this, that you doing that is actually going to help it reach a lot more people. And thank you to all of you who are always liking and watching my videos and sharing them with others and helping others to receive it. If you know somebody who would benefit from this message and be humble enough to receive it and not be arrogant if they heard it, or even if they're arrogant, I mean, the hate comments blow up the algorithm too. Send this to them. And if you want to get in the best shape of your life, you know where to find me. Go to my Instagram, DM me with the word M3, and from there, I'll send you the details and next steps. We'll coach you, we'll get you in elite shape, and inshallah, get you the best results of your life by the permission of Allah. I'll see you guys on the other side, and I'll see you guys in the next video, inshallah. Thank you so much for watching and for giving me the opportunity to help you through my videos. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.